Hey, welcome everyone in this new video tutorial about Diablo-like dungeon generator. In this video we are going to implement the minimum amount of tile needed, the minimum steps to start tile needed for a dungeon to be valid. So if we go to our generate level function, if we go to our end style layout function, and if we just put some comments in here, get all tiles steps to start. We're just going to make different blocks like this. Get greater and the third block is about removing the tiles which do not have uh, free space around them. And the last block is about finding a random. Alright, so if we go back to our get furthest style away block, we realize in here we're actually getting the max of int array, and this is giving us the greatest distance away from our dungeon. And if this value is less than, we want to ask if this value is greater than or equal to our minimum steps to start value. And if not, what do we want to do? We want to just re-roll the entirety of the dungeon process, of the dungeon generation process. So how do we actually do that? This shall return something, and this shall say break the logic, maybe? We're going to, for now, this is just going to say, we're just going to build a bool, which is going to be B reroll dungeon. We're going to drag that in. We're going to check that. This is going to be false by default. And when we reset the level, we want to set that to false. And then we want to go back to our generate level function. This says things like this. And we want to say, do we need to reroll the dungeon? If yes, we want to generate the level. So let's hit compile, and this shall never, we're going to add a print to say reroll dungeon. And I think it's never going to happen with the metrics we set up in the layout. But this might happen if you say something like, I want 5 minimum steps to start tile, and I want 5 extra connection and 7 tile mounts. And we might even get an infinite loop. So let's hit play. Let's hit plus. So it re-roll the dungeon. And we also want to say we have a maximum amount of one max corridor in a row to increment the chance, to increase our chance to get that re-roll. So it re-roll the dungeon. To make sure it always has a minimum amount of 5 tiles. So we want to say instead we have 5 tiles, and if I hit play, it re-rolled the dungeon. It re-rolled it, it re-rolled it. So this little logic is making sure we always have this minimum amount of tiles to better control the flow of our game, because you don't want dungeons to last for 30 seconds. If you designed it to last for 5 minutes, it will be silly. Your player might miss most of the stuff you prepare for him in the dungeon. So for now, we're just going to keep that logic, and this is going to wrap up the video. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.